There are moments and times and places that you'll just never forget. There's one such place and time for me. It was January 1st, 1990, at the Romanian border. It was snowing, it was dark. We were the only ones at the border trying to get into the country because there was a revolution that had just taken place and still in progress. And friends, it said, Sammy, you've got to come and see what has taken place in our country. God has worked a miracle. And I went there, and that night, as I stood at the border, the first question that was always asked was this: do you have any Bibles? If you had Bibles, you were in trouble. The soldiers came to our car, they said, get out, and they asked the question, are you Christians? My whole heart began to beat, and I said, yes, sir, we're Christians. And that soldier threw his arms open wide, and he said, welcome to the new Romania. And oh, I want to tell you what, I walked into the country and I saw things that I never dreamed I would see. People were in the streets yelling, there is a God, there is a God. But there was something that was very interesting. Flags were flying all over the country, and in the middle there was a hole. You see, the symbol of the old government had been taken out, and that symbol was no longer there. And I realized something very important, the importance of symbols. Symbols really represent something for us. And I knew, okay, what's going to replace this hole? Because it was like a hole in the hearts of the people. What's going to come to replace this? And I remember saying the only hope is for Jesus Christ to replace the hole in the human heart, that emptiness, that vacuum that's on the inside of all of us. And I went throughout Romania and preached in stadiums, but I was reminded of a time in the Bible. In Joshua chapter 4, God had given them a great victory. And they had crossed the river Jordan, and God had brought them across with great victory and great power. It was a great step of faith for them. And God had done this great miracle for the children of Israel. And then God told Joshua something. He said, I want you to take some stones out of the Jordan, and I want you to set them in a certain place. And every time you see those stones, I want it to be a reminder of what I did for you. And oh, I want to tell you something. God wants to give us and wants to remind us of what He has done in our hearts. Oh, He wants to write a symbol in our hearts of what He's done. He wants us to never forget that great work that Jesus did on the cross, that great work of forgiveness and cleansing that He did in our lives. Because you see, the way you go forward is by remembering what He's done in the past. So don't ever forget what God has done for you. That's the way you go forward.